Oh yeah, usually somewhere along the line in the first or second round there's going to be that upset, and we know it's never been a 16 over a 1, but there have been 4 15s that have beaten 2s and 14 3s happened, but this year the top was really loaded, and I think that's what we expected coming in. You looked all season, we had basically the same top 25. There'd be 1 or 2 little changes, but the top 12, 13 teams stayed basically the same all season. Everybody has a weakness. And some teams are good enough to make it, through the weakness. Pitt this weekend, they didn't look like Pitt, but they won 2 games. They did look like themselves at the end of their second round game, so maybe that carries over for them. But sometimes a coach can tell a team, hey, look, you won and you didn't play your best, so you must be pretty good. Now let's get back to the way we were playing. So you wouldn't be surprised. Any of these teams, you can make a case for any of them playing again the next weekend in Detroit at the Final Four. If you're going to be a mid-major team that makes a run, you're going to have to be a veteran team, a team loaded with upperclassmen, because you have to have gone through this before. It's hard enough when you're a star player and you have a team with 2 or 3 star players, and maybe they're all making their first or second appearance, but they have the talent to overcome things. When you're on a mid-major level and below, you need experience. It becomes a big part of how good you're going to be, and we just didn't have any of those teams this year. Western Kentucky, which was the team that won 2 games last year in the tournament, they had a good win, and then they lost the heartbreaker to Gonzaga, or they could have been here for a second straight weekend. So I think there were teams that were good enough to do it. It's just that this year the teams at the top played so well. And I think you look at a team like Siena. What was amazing to me about their first round win over Ohio State, they beat Ohio State and didn't play well. They really didn't. That wasn't a good Siena game. And then they come back with a great game against Louisville and against one of the best teams in the country. They were right there to the end. So it could have happened. Sometimes the draw just doesn't work for them. Arizona got a big break with Cleveland State winning, because instead of having to play Wake Forest in the second round of advance, they're playing Cleveland State. And it's no knock against Cleveland State, but if I gave you a choice of who you were going to play, you're going to take Cleveland State.